Good afternoon, everybody. Morgan SLV here. Hey, you guys, as you notice, I'm putting out a lot less videos. I've had to kind of prioritize. I love doing this. However, obviously I'm not making an income off this, off YouTube. However, I'm big on being able to do something on the net. Reason being, that's why I talk about my son's business. I want to give young folks encouragement. And also, I got to be honest with you, it wouldn't be bad for people our age either, or my age. Let me go over gold and silver. Gold, 15.16, silver, 38.50, today's date, 5/10/2011. Now, I took those numbers this morning. Once again, I told you I'm pretty busy with my son's business, smallengineadviceForDummies.com. And let me go over something real quick. One of the things that we did for our son on his birthday is got him some, not uniforms, but I got him some t-shirts made up with his business logo and his phone number and whatnot. And how much pride do you think a young teenager has walking around his high school, with some income that is pretty surprising, and people just saying, good for you. I mean, I got to be honest, people are really receptive. So let me show you the shirt real quick, and we'll move on. Hope you can see that. It just says Small Engine Repair, has a picture of a lawnmower out in front, and on the back. And I don't know if you can see his motto there. I believe his motto says, "If you break it, I can fix it." And just what a cool deal, man. I just dig it. I just really I appreciate his efforts, and all the goodwill towards him. Okay, let's move on. In the last 6 months, they've talked about we've had QE1, QE2. Silver has had a move from 18 approximately 6 months ago to about $49, almost 50, for about a $30 move. Mike Maloney, Mike Maroney from Monex. I watch him once in a while, and I like the way he explains things. He explains things in a very blue collar manner, and I like that. And one of the things he says is a parabolic action means a major correction is more likely. So in other words, when it takes a rocket up, it can also take the elevator down. And so that's why I think I was listening to Stella Concepts. He was saying, we want to take the stairs into the 40s, we want to take the stairs into the 50s, and the stairs into the 60s, not the elevator. And that'll help a lot of us sleep better at night. Although like I said, I am willing to ride this thing to my destination or have it crash and burn on the way. And I know that might freak some of you out, but honestly, if this is not a life-changing event for me, it didn't do what I wanted. That's just my goal. Your goals may be different, okay? As far as I'm talking about what I get out of my metals, if you were to close your eyes right now and you had, let's say you live on a decent street, which I'm sure most of you do, how different would your life be if you had, say, $7,500 a month net coming in every month before you got up on the first of the month, before you got out of bed? How different would your life be? And so that is really what I am after. Obviously, I don't have a crystal ball, but one of the things Robert Kiyosawki said in his little interview with Peter Schiff not too long ago was the fact that he is very specific on where he buys his rental property. He just picked up 1,100 units, and it's in a area where the main job source there is a company with about 130,000 employees. So he feels pretty comfortable that there's going to be an income there, and plus it's connected with the government. And so, we can applaud him or thumbs down on that. I don't know how you feel about that. I mean, unfortunately, I don't think that we're going to be able to change the government at this time. And so he says, play the cards you were dealt, and I believe in that. Learn about taxes, get a good CPA, and I'm going to buy some rentals, or more rentals anyway. As far as the dip, fundamentals are still bad. So this is, everybody knows I'm a drag racer, and I don't race very often anymore. As a matter of fact, my son is going to take the torch, Blake, the small engine guy, and he's going to run the car. And, I might run it once in a while. And so I was explaining to a partner of mine who has a pile of metal. Unfortunately for him, I think, he mainly only watches me for his knowledge. I don't want to say mainly, but I'm a big part of it. And I always I always like to warn people: don't just pick one person or one entity to get your information. Spread your magnifying glass around and get it from different areas, so you can get a different point of view and maybe learn something. Pick up some new stuff. This is how I explained it to him. He goes, "Well, what's just happening?" I go, "Bottom line is this: you're in your race car. You launch. You get a real nice launch. You hit second gear. Your tranny blows up. Goes about 9,500 RPM, which for motors like his and ours, they're not meant to spend 9,500. And then as it goes past, the rev limiter kicks in and brings the RPM back down. And so that's basically what just happened with silver. This paper market is it's not attached to the metal itself. This paper blizzard, these ETFs and whatnot, it's not attached to the metal. If it was 100%, if the margin hikes were 100%, in other words, you had to put up 100% of the money to invest in metals, then the prices would be a lot different. No, so that's how you got to look at it. I mean, and I'm not telling you guys anything new. That's just how I explained it to him, and he seemed to understand it. Who's going to buy our debt in the future? That's another reason why I'm so bullish on silver. Who's going to continue to buy a sinking ship? So, you're in the market for a small yacht, right? A 10-man yacht, and I show you the frickin' the shipwreck on Gilligan's Island with the big frickin' hole in it. Are you going to really buy that? Are you going to continue to invest in it? And you know for a fact it's never getting off that island? Think about it for a second. Another thing that Robert Kiyosaki said is this. I just really, as you guys can tell, I'm pretty fond of that guy. He says, the bottom line is, do you trust your government? Who's going to fund all these services that all these baby boomers, and I'm one of them, I'm the last of the baby boomers, who's going to service all that debt? Where is the money coming from? Therefore, I am bullish on gold and silver. One of the things that Robert said is, I'd rather have my gold and silver than a life insurance policy. Amen. Right? My father and I had to talk about it the other night. So, I don't know, I got a pile of metal. So, I guess you guys are going to have fun fighting over that. I wanted to finish with a quote from George Burns. It's kind of a joke, statement. Don't stay in bed unless you can make money while you're in bed. I thought that was kind of cute. Morgan SLV out.